Good day everyone, now welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I last posted. I got sidetracked by work, and actually this kit has been on the bench for about 3 months before I was able to complete it. But now here we are, and I present to you the finished Academy rebox of Zvezda's T-90. Now right off the bat, I just want to say that this was quite an amazing kit in itself. Not a lot of problems putting it together. The details were quite nice, and it came out pretty simple, and the camouflage wasn't also that hard to do. I guess for starters, when talking about the details, we can start with the turret right here. Let's remove this. Okay, now the turret, as you can see, you have here the prominent Shtora system. Now what I did is, since there are clear parts provided for this, I went ahead and used red foil, glued it on the back of the clear part, and sealed it in. So now when against the light, you can see that the front is kind of reflective, but you still have that red effect. And then also for these optics here, and also here, I used that film that you would see on CDs or DVDs, and I glued them to the back of the clear part yet again. And then on the front, I just smeared a little Tamiya royal blue, if I'm not mistaken, just to simulate that coating. So again, against the light, you can see it's quite reflective. Now this part here is once again also a clear part, so I just painted the inside with silver and then glued it on. Also for these two, they are clear parts, and I just glued that film again behind. So going around this part, here's yet another clear part. The blue is behind, so the front stays reflective. Also here, you have more clear parts. This red one right here, red foil again. Also here, and on the cupola. The cupola, as you can see, is still detachable. That's because the instructions, for some reason, tell you not to glue it on. Now this part here is also a clear part. So you can see that a lot of parts on the turret are actually clear parts. Now going back, you can see here, I did the same CD film and then painted blue. So as for the MG, there are about 10 parts just to build this whole thing. So you have the main MG itself, its support bracket, the ammo box, the ammo belt, as you can see, separately molded, and also the bin for the shell casings. So yeah, that's mostly it for the turret. You can see all of the reactive armor that's on top of it. So yeah. Then going for the hull, it was pretty simple. Not a lot of bells and whistles to it, because most of the parts actually are for the turret. So majority of the parts are just for the turret alone. As for the hull, you can see a lot of good bolt details to the plates in and around the area of the front glazes. These are also clear parts, and then this driver sight right here. So you can see they're just painted behind so that the front remains as reflective as possible. Now for the weathering, I kind of restricted myself with going overboard on this, as I wanted to keep it relatively clean, but also something that would have had a few rounds on the practice range. So as you can see, the dirt and the mud buildup on the tracks, the running gear as well. And underneath here, the lower glazes, you can see dirt accumulation and also the details. Going around back, here you have the grills here. and then there are also grills here, but these parts are like these covers are attached, but the options for, or the instructions give you options to either glue it closed or open, but that would just be elevated. The external fuel drums with the attachment point here, and also the cables around here. Now the cables provided for this kit are just a simple rope, but I went ahead and changed it using metal, just so that it has a more fixed look right there. And around here you can see the unditching log over here. So yeah, that's mostly it for the hull. You can see the side skirts and also the external plates, then the exhaust, and yeah. What were the problems encountered with the kits? I guess in terms of fit for this kit, most of it came together quite nicely, especially for the tracks since they are link and length. However, some of the plastic parts seem to be quite soft, or not really soft, but there's quite a lot of flexibility in them to the point that it could snap, or at least the plastic is quite different from that of what you work with let's say Tamiya or Trumpeter. But nevertheless, it is of good quality, and as you can see, came out quite nicely. Now what I did for the tracks, yeah, that was the first time I did it, would be to assemble all the running gear first. So let's prop this up. So what I did was assemble most of the running gear first, put them together, and then once they were resting on their attachment points for the running gear for the suspension arms, I went ahead and connected the entire track around them, and once settled, I glued these running gear, or the road wheels, drive sprocket, and idler, onto the track so that I could easily take them out, weather them separately, pin them separately, and then put them back as one whole piece. So at least it avoids much complication, especially when trying to get these individual parts detailed and painted. And so far it worked, and I guess that's something for you to consider when building a tank that has external side skirts. But then again, you can also leave off the side skirts before, let's say, painting the entire hull, but that also has a challenge of its own, because the attachment points for the side skirt might get clumps of that gooey plastic, and you, of course, you'd have to like sand that down or repair that. But then again, it's how you adapt and overcome that challenge. So as for me, I built the entire thing together just so I could take it off as one piece and detail as one piece. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's review. Would I recommend this? I would definitely recommend this, as it is of good quality. It's quite simple, and it's a nice addition to those who are looking to collect Russian modern battle tanks. Main battle tanks. Modern main battle tanks. So there you have it. The Academy Zvezda T-90A. So for the next few videos, I'd be doing more finished kit reviews, as I do have quite the backlog. But after that, I would be doing some inbox looks as well. So that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a thumbs up. But if you didn't, leave a thumbs down. And let me know down in the comments below what you think of this kit, of the tank, or any feedback in general. And I just noticed that a lot of viewers on this channel are those who are not subscribed. So please hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell. It would help the channel quite a lot. And as always, stay safe, keep modeling, and until next time, goodbye.